Hey everybody, this is Carlos from Miami Firm Body, and this week, instead of doing a podcast, I'm doing a little video cast thanks to Natalie Perdomo and her suggestion that I move the podcast into a YouTube channel. And so this is just a test. I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but it's actually a little bit interesting looking at the camera this way and talking to you. So this week I wanted to talk about self-acceptance, which is funny as I'm doing this little video and looking at myself in the background. And this came to me as a result of working with my students at the WOW Center. The WOW Center is a center for intellectually disabled adults, and for the last, I think, about 6 years, I've been taking one of my classes once a week. So we split the semester, part of the time at Miami-Dade and then the other part at the WOW Center. And so students go there and partner up with a buddy, a WOW individual, and they spend the semester just doing different activities, getting to know one another. Often when students go, they actually think that they're doing some sort of service for the individual at the WOW Center. In a way they are, because they're bringing in themselves from the outside world and sort of all their interests and things that college students can bring to any place, which is really awesome. But what they discover more than anything, and this is something that I saw right away this past week, was that these individuals from the WOW Center offer something that is really tremendous. And that's the real sense of self-acceptance. These individuals, for the most part, interact with my students, my college students, and they help them see how important it is and how wonderful and delightful it is to embrace themselves wholeheartedly, to let go of self-consciousness and to be themselves. And so this past week, as they reflected on their experiences at the WOW Center, this is what kept on coming up over and over again, the sense of what an amazing experience it was for them to feel more at ease, to feel more in themselves as human beings without feeling judged. And it reminded me that this really is one of the greatest needs that we do have, and that the greatest suffering that we have as human beings is that we often just don't accept ourselves wholeheartedly, that we don't accept ourselves radically, that we have some sense that there's something wrong with us that we need to fix. And this fits into a lot of what the fitness industry does and how it promotes itself sort of as a self-improvement sort of process. And what the experience at the WOW Center reminds me and is showing my students is that we can let go of those self-improvement projects, and that we can be ourselves, that we can accept ourselves wholeheartedly, that we could love ourselves just as we are, and that in our doing so, then we actually tap into our greatest gifts and our greatest possibilities. So I hope that as you watch this little video that you think about this notion of self-acceptance. You think about the notions that you may have of self-improvement, of fixing things that you consider yourself to have that are not good or not right. And maybe part of what we want to do this week and really the rest of our lives is to let go of those projects and to pay attention to ourselves, to notice where we are as a person, and to let go of those projects that aim to kind of make something different out of us, instead of seeing what's there and embracing it fully and magnifying all the wonder and goodness that we are. Wishing you well, and hoping that to see you this week in one of our yoga classes or boot camps or fitness training sessions. And again, we do that really to feel good and to celebrate the body and to get stronger and to love ourselves fully. Take care.